So your wet wipes are probably made out of plastic. The UK just signed a ban on all plastic wet wipes. But this has actually exposed that there's all these different types of wet wipes, including ones that say that they're flushable and ones that are biodegradable, but like they're actually just made out of plastic. The UK, they're having massive like sewage backups because of the sheer amount of wet wipes that people are flushing and that aren't actually breaking down. This is from a wastewater treatment plant in the UK. They say that every day there are 10 tons of wet wipes that are removed from this one sewage plant. This they're calling a massive fatberg. It was removed from a sewer in West London. It weighs 100 tons. And so again, while many brands say that their wipes are flushable and environmentally friendly, it doesn't actually mean that they're breaking down when they go out there. This is the same thing as something claiming that it's recyclable. Maybe in theory, it could be recycled, but will it get recycled is a totally different question. Most wet wipes, whether it's a baby wipe or just for like your hands and disinfecting, that will usually say cellulose. Now, cellulose is like wood pulp, but it's been so modified and processed. This kind of cellulose typically is woven with polypropylene or polyethylene terephthalate, and then it also has lots of other chemicals. Now, the chemicals in wet wipes, that's a whole other thing. I knew that some wet wipes were made out of plastic. Certainly cellulose has been popping up more and more when I look at like microplastic studies. So for example, there was a study from earlier this year where they looked at like shrimp. The number one type of microplastic in that shrimp was cellulose. So again, this is inorganic and synthetically modified cellulose. It's not organic cellulose. Problem is that if it's not biodegrading out there, it's also not biodegrading in your body either. If you're a grown-ass adult, you don't need a wet wipe. Certainly any that say do not flush would definitely have plastic in them. And that does mean that you're going to be wiping, we already know, chemicals on your body, but also potentially microplastics. There is no reason that as a grown person, you should be using a wet wipe. I'm sorry, that goes for taking your makeup off too. It's convenient to wipe your makeup off every once in a while with one of those, but don't make it a habit. I get organic cotton cloths, and then I just get a makeup remover cream and I wipe it, or I just wash my face. If you're using them with your kids, go for ones that are fragrance free. Certainly if the label doesn't tell you what that wipe is made out of, you can safely assume that it's made out of polyethylene terephthalate or polypropylene. Try and skip those. You want to go for some good brands that, are not made with plastic.